Groping in the dark, trying to figure this out. No lights, no sound. I've been making friends with the feeling of doubt. The last year.
Hello there, mama. This one is for moms. As you can see, our YouTube channel is more about parenting, life hacks, and a bit of cooking here and there. So today I'm here all for moms, mom power, yay! So today I'm going to talk about how to wean your little one off your boobies or from nursing. Nursing is a good thing. It's good for mom and for baby, but nowadays we are saying fed is best because not all moms are able to breastfeed because of various circumstances. As long as the baby is fed. But okay, today we are going to talk about those who are nursing. I've heard stories, horror stories, where moms say, like, when they wanted to stop their little ones from nursing, it was crazy. The boob was swollen. They had to go to hospital. I don't know, they had to swallow certain pills. It's crazy, right? Maybe you are going through that and that's why you bump into this video, because you nursed your little one and it's now it's time to let the baby go. So this is how to go about it. And firstly, I'm just thankful to the Lord for allowing me to parent in the 21st century, because I don't know, like, how it was back then. It must have been crazy. I hear people mostly used to console their moms, and some of us, our moms, are still in the hustle, so they are busy. We don't have time to keep on asking, oh mom this, oh mom that. And that's why we have this internet, and that's why I'm bringing this information to you through the internet. So first, like I've said, breastfeeding is very important for the baby. It's beneficial to the baby and to the mom. And thus, if you can, please breastfeed. It's also going to help you lose some of that baby fat. And now let's get to the real thing of the video. The real thing first. The United Nations Health Organization, how is it called? World Health Organization, who recommends that we exclusively breastfeed all the way to 6 months. Some don't get there, but it's good for the baby, because they say before that period the baby's digestive system is not well built to digest this hard food. So they recommend you breastfeed all the way to 6 months. If you went all the way there, yay, good for you, mama. And they also recommend that we breastfeed all the way up to 2 years, but at 6 months you introduce other foods, where along with the breastfeeding, you breastfeed them while feeding them. Actually, there's this lactation consultant I used to follow, and she used to say, like, up until 1 year, the other food should not be like the main source of like, for the baby to be full, like it should be a backup. You should continue to breastfeed. I know some of you are like, wangu wako ana shiba. You can do that if you can, but if you can't, still it's okay. So all the way to 2 years, that's when you're supposed to stop breastfeeding your baby. You can go up to where the good Lord enables you, but for some of us, we had to stop it early, or rather, like me, my baby, her herself, although I had planned to stop her from nursing, but she stopped herself. But I had already implemented, like, the steps to cut down on the milk consumption, and she started drinking cow's milk and etc. So this is how you go about it. You know your baby is already or the right age where you want to stop nursing them. The minute you get there, let's say you are just feeding them anytime they want the booby, you give them. Anytime they want the booby, you give them. So here you start limiting. Maybe you're giving 10 feeds in a day. Start by removing one feed, and the one that is not very important. You know, most of us or some of us breastfeed to sleep, so you're not going to remove that one. You remove that one, maybe it's lunchtime, at that time they're having their meal. You go like that, slowly by slowly you go removing one meal, one nursing time, nursing time. I don't know if it's supposed to be said like that, but you reduce the number of times you are nursing them, and maybe you provide an alternative to that time. Because like me, I started cutting down on day feeds. I removed some day feed. I removed day feed all the way until we didn't have a day feed. It was only night feed, nurse to sleep, and maybe those ones off in the middle of the night. And when you do that, we all know that when it comes to nursing, it's the more the demand, it's supply on demand. The more they nurse, the more milk is produced. Maybe to some of you mama it's not like that, but that's how it goes. The more you nurse, the more there's milk. So you can just wake up one day and say, I'm stopping to nurse today. Your boobies are going to be swollen. And what was the word? I've actually forgot. It's been a while since since I nurse. You know the way the boob becomes hard and it's not good for you. I hear you can develop mastitis. I'm not sure. I'm not a health practitioner. Go get your facts right. But it's not good for you. We all know the pain of that. So this time I'm reducing feed by feed. The body is like, oh, we've reduced the number of time we are being milked. So it reduces the amount of milk in the boobs. With time you go like that, you feel like even that time when you try to feed the boob, you'll feel the boobs have really changed. There's not that much milk. Me, I had a lot of milk. So by this time I had now started to stop the leaking, because I used to leak the milk a lot, because now the demand has gone down and the production also lowered. You continue like that. So the next thing came the night feed. That was very difficult to stop. But what we did, we used to keep a bottle on standby. We give her a bottle. Sometimes we reinforce with the booby, and to slow down and to reduce the number of time I'm feeding her off the booby. We went like that. Now I had low production kabisa, until it came to a point she didn't, like, when we got to a point where she slept through the night. And I remember I was like, I didn't hear my baby yesterday night, like she didn't wake up to breastfeed. But what actually happened is that she slept through the night, and because I just only used to nurse her at night, so the nursing of the night stopped. The first day happened, the second day happened, and I was like, oops, I think we are done. And that's how we stopped nursing. So mamas out there trying to figure out how to go about it, you do slowly by slowly. You can even take a month, reduce the number of feeds like that, reduce the numbers as you come, leave the night feed, maybe the night introduced a bottle, and with that you will not have to go solo pills because you still have milk. Mine didn't like dry up immediately. If I needed to put her back on it, but for me I was like, just enough is enough. I could have still nursed her, but because I'd already reduced the milk, now it was very little. It was, even I didn't feel the pain at all. It just went like that. It stayed producing small milk until it's water, and now it's dry. So there, mamas, like, you don't have to go through a lot of pain while weaning your baby off the booby. Like, I don't know rubbing pepper on it, and I get some rub peppers and the baby still swallows it and like and then drinks more milk. You don't have to do all of that. You just have to take your time and know, I want them to stop. You start, go slowly by slowly. It's easier for you and for them. They won't cry as much because you see you are removing the feeds that are not that important, maybe the one that's coming along lunchtime and such. So there, mamas, you don't have to go to get those medicine or the cabbage juice. Do you know about the frozen cabbage recipe, or I don't know how we'll call it, so reducing the amount of milk in your boobies, and that's it. That's how you go about weaning your little one of nursing, of breastfeeding, however you choose to call it. But remember, if your baby is unwell, breast milk is very good for them. You should just like continue breastfeeding them as long as you can. But if you are at that age where now, baby, go drink milk, drink water, drink some juice. This is how you go about it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope these tips will help you. You can even send it to a friend, send them to some family member, and save it for the future. You never know, like we forget these things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. And that's it for today from us. Ciao.